I stream daily, almost daily on twitch.tv/canister_mtg, so be sure to visit that if you would like to catch some of my live content. Let's play a prelim with Shimon Nielsen's best deck ever. Okay. I'll keep. Am I the PT winner? I am not. I was relatively close to winning a Dark Ritual, which would be same as winning the PT, price-wise. Barring the prestige and qualifications. I did cut Grove for Oracle. Part of my motivation was also the fact that I didn't have a waterlogged Grove, so that made me not need to buy it or rent it. I cut the second Billy for a Wall of Roots, same. I cut Noble Hierarch for Springleaf Drum, same. I added this, cutting something. Who knows what. I think the second Sun Cleanser, which I also didn't have, so it was partially motivated by card availability, but also strategic. Okay, it's Eldrazi's. Dismember was an all-star over the weekend. I feel that I could use more. It is generally unwise to play a large amount of Dismember in any deck ever, because the first one is excellent, but the other ones cost you half of your life. So, did I manage to qualify again? My friend, I was not playing at the PT. For the mirror, we added Run Afoul, which is like a super Dismember. An Exiled Emrakul, Promised End, Wonyon Ring, and Ancient Steering. So, Promised End means that it's probably just the 10 Talisman Tron, the insane list from Marcinek. I did play in a Modern Open, which is a PTQ-like event. I did not qualify for a PT through it. Ajaj, nie można tak. Now, do I want many walls? Or do I keep it or cast a Halfling? It feels like spending mana on Nantuko is just good. So I'll do that. Maybe I should do that on the Halfling to have 2 power to attack Khan if it minuses, so it cannot minus again. I guess. Wait, is this a Saga? I thought we didn't like Saga. That is right, I did not like Saga for the most part. If you read the title carefully, that might dispel some of your surprise though. Is the Endurance Wincon actually unusable on Modo? Yes, it is unusable. You can't do that. Or rather, like, you can do, like, it's impossible to loop Bowmasters, it's impossible to loop Boseiju, even more so. No time for that. Need something. An Oracle, I finally prefer Oracle to win through Ring. Also, how do you supposedly loop Boseiju? That's the document that explains it. The second Endurance actually wasn't cringe. Second Endurance for Vexing Bauble, that was a sideboard swap that was advised by Nielsen himself, so this one is different. Who won the PT? Shame on Nielsen. So Villain did play Karn, which puts my play of bestowing Nantuko into perspective, and actually means that it was poor. I would assume that they will have the Stone Brian in their deck, which seems to be the case. I do draw Nadu, which means that it is less of an issue. They can Carnigan Buka. Czemu mnie gryziesz nagle? Vexing Bauble is quite decent into Necro or Gorayo. Great point. Thank you for sharing it with us. So this was actually a great draw. Current pluses, he's at 4. So attacking him is valuable. So I'll just make insects instead of walls. I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana anyways. So I would like to attack fetch. Yeah. Give away Surveil with, but don't care. I think Surveil seems not important. Attack Carnot. Hamster, hamster. Pass, have to pay for the pack next turn. I guess as soon as my opponent revealed this, I actually probably should have played a turn 1 Saga, then turn 2 Wall into Halfling, then turn 3 I didn't have Nadu in my hand, so I shouldn't. How long do we think before action is taken against the bird? That is still Bantok, as far as, you know, it's still... As far as you might think it's imminent or whatnot, it's still Bantok, chat. Has Simon top-aided like 5 Pro Tours in a row? Seems like it. Do I like the current format? I enjoy playing good combo decks, so... I actually do, I think. Hej, jak poszło w top 8 w Amsterdamie? Nie wygrałem rytuału. The wrong bestow is costly. Well, I did say it was wrong, most likely. Myself. I no longer think so after realizing that I can attack Karn. And I no longer think it was costly. Of course it is, because they have Kozilek's command and they will be able to Stone Brian next turn while killing my Nadu now. But we'll see. Are you going to RC Lil? There is no good connections from Prague to Lil, so I don't even want to qualify. Are you sure? I personally flew to Brussels Zaventem. Zaventem, I think it's called Zaventem Airport. And then I took a bus to Lille, and the connection was pretty good, honestly. So I am going to RC Lille and probably gonna use the same mode of transportation, although we will see. Maybe it's gonna change somehow. Maybe there is gonna be a different option available. Think this way. Lush Portico. The issue is that we cannot escape our fate. Fate being... Well, actually I can escape that if I draw a Nadu or Chord. If I just attack with Nadu and let Karn live. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I should actually do that. No use in attacking Karn node around. That said, chat. I wonder if deck's good or Simon is just broken. I think that like the deck is pretty good, given its overall win rate and stuff. This is Exile, right? Unfortunate. So that seems like death to Stone Brian. No i tak potasuję to w sumie na chuje, tutaj w ogóle się z tym survelem zajmuję. Winning without Nadu is gonna be hard, and by hard I mean actually impossible. First I'll play Onion Ring. For no reason. The reason is actually to draw the remaining Throne piece and have 4 extra mana, I guess, but I'm just making fun of my opponent. They do have a Stomping Ground in the deck, but they also have Emrakul, the Promised End, so it is kind of puzzling. Miko Spawn. No dajesz, byku. Stone Brian. Okay, I'll give them the benefit of doubt and I'll scoop to the activation. I could investigate further and see what is the Stomping Ground for, but I think they could beat me with casting no spells other than the Karn Wishboard if they were smart about it, so that's why I called it a benefit of doubt. Now, looking at my sideboard, we have roughly no relevant cards. I'll cut the Onion Rings and I'll bring Tefaris so that I'm able to bounce potential artifacts that card might place onto the battlefield. Besides that, we just want to go fast and my cards are about going fast already, so we're not gonna be changing anything else. Perhaps I do have interest in my Spell Pierce though, I guess I do. Can we make an exception for Nadu Bantok? Why? Let's play a Spell Pierce over a Springheart Nantuko. And let's submit the deck. Keeping the Springleaf Drum. Besides, despite Karn. Could bring in Drake as a free power creature to fly and attack Karn because my deck seems a little bit soft to Karn. That is true. A hand like this doesn't have blue mana, so I think that disqualifies it. A hand like this, I guess, is gonna be kept. I'll play Sagster into Springleaf Drum. Into a green tapland, into win game on turn 3. Uggen's Labyrinth. Let's go. Turn 2 Stone Brian. Kurwa, no faktycznie ma, ja pierdolę. Co za typ. No to chuj, przegraliśmy. Can't even play my Safekeeper to make a construct on the next turn. Which is a huge issue. Nadu meme deck, can't even win with through 1 extraction effect. Well put. Granted, this build is, I think, just ignoring that. Not that you can do too much about Stonebrain, turn 1. For the most part you can race it, I guess you can mite it. But like, ignoring the attempt to winning through it, which sounds fair. Shadow Spear, that is not in my deck. I don't think that's gonna beat my opponent's Throne deck. Kurwa, kliknij mi tą złapę, no. Is bestowing onto a construct viable? It is a line of play we could take, but this Saga is gone before it's gonna make any constructs. So it is not viable right now. Let's get the Mite. And we have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 mana. So I can't even chord ever. For more than 0. So I'll fetch. It doesn't matter, chat. We lost, so we can pretend to think, but I will not think. Could hit the Talisman of Impulse. That is largely irrelevant for the most part, so I will not do that. I will keep my Might to put pressure onto my opponent. Erase this Emrakul, the Promised End. Opponent is passing the turn, meaning that they will make many Scions, draw a card, and play a big card next turn, so we could already concede. Did I have a fun time in Amsterdam? Yes, I did. Thank you for asking. It's technically kind of free to draw this. In a court for Cringe Billy or for Nantuko. They make Scions, which means that they have spells in their hand, which is rough. Let's go with the Billy. And save my monsters. We need everybody, every pair of hands on deck to construct those beatdowns. Ugin's Labyrinth into Stone Drain is one of the more frustrating experiences. Arguably, Force of Vigor was left in my sideboard, so one could say it should have came in. Bro, you're playing Nadu. That's a great point, Mr. Chimba. That does make no experiences I experienced frustrating or annoying. Ever. Because my deck is a 56% win rate deck. I think I can beat Emrakul the Promised End, so I will concede. Holy shit, as a turn 4 Emrakul. I guess they just assembled Throne and they had this, so they just have 10 mana. So it's like turn 4 Ulamog, so that's not that crazy. They just have Throne, but... Oh no, Jendrik is on the play and he's gonna play his blue-black tempo deck, so I stand no chance. How is Amulet positioned in the new meta? It's mostly not positioned. I'll play Boseiju because Jendrik never plays artifacts or enchantments. Just always plays instants and sorceries, so it's useless to keep it up. No jest żabka. Does my deck have a Hallowed Fountain? It actually does. Should I fetch a Hallowed Fountain? No, that's a different question. No, I think I should just get a Breeding Pool. There's no white cards in my deck anyways. This is the Outrider. So I'll use Windswept Heath for Breeding Pool and then this for Lush Portico or Temple Garden. And this is gonna be better with my Chord. So what did I say? I said Breeding Pool. I guess this could be Dryad Arbor if this fetches Hallowed Fountain. It still could be. Now a good question would be, do I block the frog? I think the answer is yes. Should you keep buying Nadus? You already have 20. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, you should. Ha ha ha. Okay, at this point the Endrag is holding up a counterspell and I can't win. His deck also features Spell Snare, so I might just be better off playing in Nadu. Let's keep 2 mana. Kurwa, no nie wiem, no. Chord for Halfling EOT. How? Have 2 lands in play. Chord for Halfling, yeah. Sounds good. Simon Nash, use Surgical Nadu. Well, you can't. Shuka and Nantuko. I don't know. Well, depends on the game. Can Chord for Halfling EOT if Nantuko is unanswered. I think there's not a question that like it's unanswered Nantuko. Okay, sure. Unanswered Nantuko, let's go. This is gonna be a spell snare as soon as Yendrek stops whatever he's doing to get back to the game. Alright, spending a counterspell is good because that means I can play Nadu next turn. Hello Piotr, how did Secret Lair Showdown go on Sunday? I lost. I did not win a Dark Ritual. You sell a Merktide yet? No. Do you want it? Anyone in the chat wants to buy a promotional, super expensive for no reason Merktide Regent? See, nobody actually wants that. If I play Outrider en-Kor, what's gonna happen? It's gonna get ignored, and then Nadu is gonna get countered. I'll play Nadu just on the off chance that there is not a second counter spell or a Drown the Cock or anything in a similar vein. The Merktide is not $3,000. My offer is merely $2,400. See, now that sounds like a steal, right? So Yendrek discarded a Merktide Regent, which I think suggests to us that he has a Merktide Regent in his hands. I'm glad this is not a Waterlogged Grove. Vendor on side was giving 2.5k for it. Chyba kurwa tobie dawał. Chyba złotych. Kolego. It's just impossible to through? You mean beat? It is impossible to beat the frog, yeah. Is Yannick still on Tamio? You cut them for the PT. I think saying that he's still on them is a miss. Is putting it wrong because Jendrek, you can say he's still on that, but he is on. He discard the Spell Pierce. In that case, there is no point. I can't win. But Jendrek was playing Tamio yesterday, yeah. Veil of Summer seems like a valuable card against him. Spell Pierce perhaps too. Terefari. I think Ring just is kind of bad by being expensive, even if it's a valuable card. Have lands that go away. I think he's playing Bowmasters too. Sounders packed really bad against so much counter magic. I could Stormdrake. Could Vexing Bauble, there's subtleties. Haywire Mite is pretty blank. Boseiju is pretty blank. Just 24 lands, so that's a bit low, but I feel like I need to draw a good spell density too to compete. Dismembering the frog is not the best plan. Wall is a pretty passive card. It helps with Chord, but it doesn't really do much else. Doesn't block the frog particularly well. Doesn't block Tamio. Doesn't deal damage. Just keep 2. It helps with Val. Drawing multiple Shukos is like drawing a blank too. So I'll swap 1 for the bubble. Probably Saga is gonna be present in games I win. I'll keep the packs to be able to combo off a bit more, but I curva those hands. I think it's worth a shot. I will not play turn 1 halfling. Maybe I will actually. I don't think I will. Why keep packed? What cut? If not packed. Ring seems not good. So like basically I would want to be able to have a Nadu in my hands once I resolve the fairy. That's what I think. That was my reasoning. I guess I should put Run Afoul into my deck, that is true. No i chuj. We died. Yeah, Run Afoul is a good one to bring. This member I have no interest in though. But Run Afoul can even get the frog, can get Tamiyo, can kill Murktide Regent. All sounds valuable. Chat seems like meta has adapted overnight. Simon Nielsen's deck was good for that one weekend, but it no longer holds a candle. Whoa, I can't spell the graveyard. I guess I have the halfling, but I'll play a wall. I get it counterspelled. I'll die. Storm Drain plus crack turn 2. And Karn turn 2. Holy shit, 6 mana on turn 2? That's so much mana. Hallowed Fountain. Is that a Tami? I don't know. This is a pure then. Turn 1 Saga seems too bad against control. Villain Scry 2 to the bottom. Now I will play the Saga. You don't even have energy, so that's nice. And I'll special summon... Actually no, I'll normal summon Nadu. Winged Wisdom. Then in 2 turns, Shuko is coming, my friend, so you better get ready for that. Could also Chord for Safekeeper next turn if that's what I need. I guess I'll be passing mana anyways. Okay. Oh wow, they keep the energy, so I guess a Wrath is coming. Seems like the Saga will get indeed punished. Big win for Urza's Saga. Holy shit. Did Javier play Preordens? I don't think so. He had Florin reveals, typically like choose one or the other. Plaż. No może tego mitka miałem trzymać, ale kurwa nie wiem. Ja pierdolę, no. They miss a land drop, so they have 4 spells. If they draw a land, they escape Plaż and I die. Snapcaster Mage Preordain. If I had 3 lands, I could Chord for Dryad, if it was a green land. Then play a ring. So, I think arguably the Saga was game losing here. If I draw a land now, I can play a ring and we can be actually okay. Although my hand is so heavy. I can't really answer Nadu, Flash. And villain is on 4 spells, 5 spells. Dobra kurwa, koniec grania. I'll sideboard in my Tefaris, my Sun Clencher, my Volatile Stormdrake, because I learned an interaction with it the other day. I think I'll cut the drum, I don't want it. Cut the wall for its weakness. Where is Sun Cleanser? It's here. I'll cut it Saga, I think. Don't want to be flooded with them. Thoughts? 10th in the modern super qualifier with work in progress while they let me play the broken cards. In typical fashion, went off the beaten meta path and tried my luck with Nadu Amulet. I've been tinkering and tuning with it for a while and happy so far. Okay. Holy shit, Rumbles. Were the cards you swapped out metagame choices for the PT that aren't suited for Modo, or you just straight up don't like them? Yes. That's what they were. I think I'll keep. Like, you can't win on Modo without the Oracle. It's not even mental health, you just don't have time to click through the loops. It takes a few minutes with Oracle to draw your deck still, and just the loops are just not possible. You get the blue one because I have more blue spells than just 2 Tefaris. Of course, I'll see a Sun Cleanser now. Don't mind a 4th land to protect my Nadu from a counter spell. And Surveilling again. I'll play the Mite for Giga Pressure. Magic Online will be taken offline for a weekly maintenance in 4 hours 30 minutes. No, so there is no Pioneer Prelim today? That's fucked up. I wanted to play a Pioneer Prelim, I even rented the cards. I want to give it a go, the 3 of Perdition list. Assassin's Creed's release. Oh no, release. Release it all onto me, chat. Can't wait to play Nadu now. And my opponent plays the flip a coin counter spell, and I Vel, and I lose the flip. Kurwa, no zajebiście. Quick open chest before they are contaminated with AC filth. I'll put. No, it's a fun set, chat. It's just not for you. I found Veil of Summer to be pretty bad in general. Pretty hard to deploy when you need it to protect your spells. It just always needs you to wait that extra turn, and then you don't have the mana to do what you want. It's just ends up playing so badly most of the time. True against both this and no super, no, fine, yeah. Played the Shuko earlier because I wanted to be able to play Nadu with Vel, resolve Nadu, get a trigger. But I'm just getting bullied, holy guacamole. It's better against the Necromantia effects. Against Necromantia effects, by which you mean Necromantia specifically, not effects. Stonebrain? Anyone getting Stonebrain? Which is actually the more popular ones. This seems wasteful. Maybe they really want a wizard for playing Mavanor. Yeah, you get Stonebrain that's on turn 2, sad. Sadly no Vel. Surprised to see Nadu doing so bad. No, it's just canister, it's not Nadu. Nadu is broken. Is Jeskai Energy a real deck in a non-Nadu meta? Probably. Didn't I make a Remy Sanctiels in the past? I'm not claiming I haven't. Okay, we're gonna resolve it, but then what? And this also, like, Vel is just so bad. Ja pierdzielę, no. We ought to win this one. And it's too good. Hey, look. We're playing against Nadu. Wall of Roots instead of Rumble. Wall is broken. I mean, it really doesn't seem so clear to me that Arboreal Grazer plus Cowling Garden would be a better way to achieve what Wall of Roots achieves. Why fetch over Saga? It's so that I can Dryad Arbor. Have more mana, more creatures. Maybe in an aggro meta. Wait, which one? Grazier better than aggro meta or wall? I guess both block. Shuko. That's fucked up. Don't want Arbor into Chord for Bowmasters here. I think I actually do. I think I actively do. Because of Drake, yeah. Which is unlikely to be in my opponent's deck, but what if? Because then I'll go Chord for Safekeeper, draw 10, 11. I mean, I could also Chord for... Oh, because, well... So you could play around Drake by Chording for Safekeeper, I guess. And then most likely go off, or you can always go off by getting a Nantuko. But Safekeeper kind of no point, I can just play Nadu. Nadu again will be packed if I get Draked. So I think I would rather do it this way. Like villain is not responding, so okay. Also chat, good Nadu version, bad Nadu version. Do you think that there is always between two decks in a meta game, you can determine that one is better than the other? Is that always possible? Or is that not always the case? Is it more fluid sometimes? Ah, I didn't tap my Boseiju. Not pro gamer move. Not used to double Boseiju. Is it possible to have two roughly equal or equal, yet different decks? When a combo deck is so oppressive, versions start popping up to counter the only few things that could beat them. Or just adjust to win the mirror. That doesn't really answer my question, because it partially does. It's no Saga, it's not. Mine against Shuko. Cut rings and Nantuko, I think. Probably cut Cringe Billy over in Nantuko. It is a Bowmaster's deck, but it's like to be boarded out because there is not much else to be boarded out. It's always possible at time frame that's small. What? Nadus with black have their upsides. Yeah. Guess I'll keep. Turn 2. Then can bestow, find Shugo immediately. There is always exactly one correct deck for an event. Holy shit. I'm not fully sure. Does that have to be true? Like, I guess not in the realistic, practical sense. Wall. Wall more like lol. That is not a Shuka. Shuka. You win. No need to see the Nadu. Well, I guess I don't know why I'm making a face like this. They definitely win. So I think I'll play turn 1 Saga. Is that better against Force? Not really. Oh, it's not really. Because can Force just kill my land if I do something like that? Which then actually doesn't put me ahead. Although I'm playing Marshflood still in current year. Oh, to Hulek. Jesteś tak bolesnym kotem czasami. Can play a tiny bit around Force by holding the Shuko. Doesn't play around Thoughtseize, but Thoughtseize is good against me anyways. For Urza Sagas, 0-3. Curious, huh? So what I was getting at is that I feel like for me just that build plays so much better. What is more likely, Run Afoul or Force actually? That's rough. Force would be 2 cards. And villains at 1 card, so they can't do anything to me. Hey man, I'm 1-2, you're all free. Where does that lead? What's the point of Shuko first? Question mark. Run Afoul. Versus Force of Vigor. I don't know. Do I get anything for winning except the satisfaction? The prizes for going 1-3 are as follows. Can put it up to chat. Do we collude with Ale Milan 19 and concede? Yes or no? Place your votes. You can use your Carnegie points. I think like a fake 0-4 is just very it's not an 0-4. Holy shit, 43 votes on yes. Ale Milan voting in the chat, holy shit. To show people that banned Nadu is shit, so they stop playing it. Well, but it's not. It is pretty shit for me, like I can't vibe with it. So this puzzling on a personal level. How do you win this turn? You draw your deck and then you finally weigh. There's a Thassa's Oracle in my Magic Online deck, but in paper you can perform infinite loops with endurance. Played Bond, but Bond no Saga, so kinda halfway there. Nor here, nor here. In the open, it was okay. And I played Sultais for my Merktide. Would my Sultais have done better for me? Hard to say. Impossible to say. Went 4-0 into 3 losses against Amulet, Zoo, where I just died to my ring. Twice? I think. No, once. Ajaj, kurwa, to fulek. No nie trap mnie tak, proszę. Alright. Chat decided to collude.